muted, Dustin?
Am I muted?
Should be. Oh, getting an exclamation point on a cam link audio.
Well,
The soundboard. Hold on.
okay.
Should be the sound.
So we have a little sound issue.
So
That's how
One of the things we're doing, I don't know if they hear me at all.
no, it looks like we're. Yeah, we need to move that mouse. It's
that's not the. It's not that mic. It's the soundboard.
One second.
Oh, we do have audio. It's
Great.
Have audio?
Yep.
All
we're
right, good. So we are back. So if you guys are drawing along with me today, go to explore.org and go to the Bears live cam. This is in Katmai National Park. This is Brooks Falls where I'm drawing today. And, I get a lot of people asking about doing live drawing, animal drawing, that sort of thing. And if you can't be there, then there's a lot of other options. And this is one right here. This is a live view of grizzly bears at Brooks Falls, up in Alaska right now, catching salmon. And every once in a while, especially this time of year when the salmon run is happening, this is a great option to be able to draw animals. You'll also notice on the website, there's a whole bunch of other webcams they've got all over the world. And so if you want to draw animals, it's a great option. And so I thought today I'll take you through my process and how I draw animals when I'm drawing from life. And the one thing I want to really emphasize is, because I get a lot of people asking me how I do this. I go into this already with a lot of anatomy knowledge. I'm looking at the wrong camera. Sorry. I go into this already with a lot of anatomy knowledge. And so if you don't have that anatomy knowledge going into it, then you're going to struggle. So my big advice to you is, with everything that I'm going to tell you today, also you want to brush up on your animal anatomy. I have bear drawing courses on my site, along with a whole bunch of other animal drawing courses. But whether you get it from me or you get it from somewhere else, make sure you understand that anatomy, because when you're drawing from life, you're really going to be getting just the gesture down, and then you start filling in the gaps with that knowledge that you've got. So I'm just going to dive in right now, and we've got Nick here, we've got Dustin here. Hi. And Nick, if you got things you want to talk about with anything that's going on with the site, sales or anything, just let me know. But right now, if you look at the bear on the left, one of the things I love about this is that we've got good sunlight today. So we're going to get some light and shadow, and it's going to show form. So if you look at that bear on the left that's standing there nice and patient, let's just start with him. And this is how I would draw in nature. I'm looking at first of all, the line that comes from the top of the head through the back, planes, see that pelvic plane right there, and general shape.
And Aaron, I just heard you say, we've got Nick here. I had to lag with the headphones. Sorry,
that's all right. I'm just saying, we got Nick here. So Nick, if there's anything that you need to announce.
This past week we had our 100th snow bear stream.
That was awesome.
And if you saw the stream on Tuesday, you can go back and rewatch that on our YouTube channel. And we went ahead and we opened our Discord up to guest members for the first time, and we've had a great time the past couple of days. And I wanted to let people know that we are running a sale over at creatureartteacher.com to celebrate. So if you enter promo code snowbear, wait, what's the code? Hold on, I lost the code.
So while he's figuring out the code, I want to show you. Look, notice I've gone in nice and loosely, but also understanding that anatomy. So I'm really just getting down the silhouette, looking at this bear over there. And you go ahead and dive back in anytime you want.
It's snowbear-save, and you can get any course at creatureartteacher.com for just $10.
Cool. So, looking at proportion, I'm looking at, once I get that silhouette down, then I start filling in with the things that I know. Like, the body right now is kind of a silhouette, but I also know that there's tricep muscles here. I know that the elbow is here. I know that the thigh comes up and hooks into the pelvis up here. And so these are the things that I fill in with the knowledge that I already have regarding the anatomy and drawing from life. And this is what you would do if you're drawing at the zoo, you're drawing at, out in the woods or wherever it might be. You fill that in. And so here, and then I'm just going to hit this gesture right here of the river coming down. So now I want to start hitting maybe some value. And I can, I can fill this in any way that I want. And it does, I happen to be drawing digitally right now because it's easier for the feed. But this is the same way I would do it if I was drawing a pencil, pen, whatever it might be. And look at that. We get these really cool poses. And we're drawing animals from life. Look at that. See?
Captain Zach's asking, what's with the sound in the background?
Yeah, we're getting a little tapping sound. I can't figure out
Oh,
what it
it's
is.
my it's the microphone. Sorry. My microphone is pushing against the
Against the table. Okay.
against the table. Sorry, that was me.
It sounded like somebody tapping their fingers on the table.
It was Edgar Allan Poe tapping, tapping, tapping. So I'm just going to lighten that up. So now, once I've got this gesture in, looking at what's there, I can come in and it's still drawing pretty quickly. I know there's a break in the nose there. So I'm looking at what's there. Now they're changing the camera. That's okay, because I've already got this first initial drawing down. I know we get a lot of tufts of fur coming up from here. And you can add some detail in if you want. Wow, it's really beautiful sun there. Up in that area of the world, you don't get a lot of sun this time of year. So we're lucky. We're lucky today for them to have all that sunshine showing off all that form. And the fur tends to hang fairly loose right there underneath. Shoulders come down right into the forearms. And the bear's elbows tend to be somewhat low right there. We come up, tricep muscles. So I'm filling in right now. We're not even on the bear anymore. I'm filling in with my anatomy knowledge, but this pose was inspired obviously by looking at that real bear. And so this is what I do when I'm out in the wild. I get started by looking at the animal and then I fill in the gaps with what I know. Beautiful sunlight. Oh, look at this guy coming down. So I'm just going to fill this in real quick because I want to get to the other bears. A little shadow underneath the body. Boom. Now let's look at this guy. Let me shrink this one up. Let's put him over here. Do another one. Oh, look at that. I love that pose. Oh, he's moving off. That's all right. I got a quick glimmer of it. It was his head up here, the body here. I saw that hip. That hip was here. I'm going off of what I remember in that pose. Saw the leg coming down. Look how loose it can be. The other hip was over here. Now, once again, this comes from having drawn a lot of bears, going into it with the knowledge, and so you've got to do your homework coming into it. Even if these are just quick gestures like this. They tend these are coastal grizzlies, so they tend to have this kind of squared off face.
I'm sure you've been asked this before, but why do you draw bears so often?
They're dramatic. They're fun to draw. They've got great shapes. They're one of North America's, grizzlies and black bears are one of, North America's great animals. And so, I mean, I draw a lot of animals, different animals. I do draw bears often, but I love drawing big cats and big game. So the other thing too, as I sit here and draw, and I fill in this pose, is I'm thinking about a couple of different things. The overlap of the masses. So here we've got the pelvis right here and the hips coming into the legs. And then the trunk of the body here, like that. There's the other leg on the other side. Then we've got the shoulders coming into the front legs, like so. And the way they overlap to show the angle that the animal's standing at. These guys have big, fluffy ears. This is a big trait on a grizzly, is those big shoulder blades, big muscles. And get these feet in. But bam, there you go. We've got a quick sketch. And that was just done by seeing it really, really quickly and getting the impression down, even though he walked away. And then filling it in with the knowledge that you gain. This is really how we draw animals from life. Now, you can draw them without a ton of anatomy knowledge, but you're going to struggle a little bit. And there'll be some inaccuracies. There's inaccuracies in this. But at least it gives I'm getting a general sense of what's there. Getting that big muscular neck. Actually, I've overemphasized that big bulge. It tends to be a little more flat along the top.
Is the video you're referencing to draw recorded?
This is live.
This is what's happening in Alaska right now.
Yeah, this is
As
explore.org. This is live video. We're drawing grizzly bears live. That's one of the things I love about it.
we are coming to you live.
Yeah. So go to explore.org and you can draw these animals live. So there's one there. Get another one going. A guy up on the
Any
side.
plans to do an herbivore course?
Well, I've got horses and I've got look at this guy, he keeps switching his head back and forth. Not specific herbivore. I mean, there's tons of different types of herbivores. So I've got horses and we've got, what else have we got in there? We got a whole bunch of stuff. Trying to get this guy with the water going around him. Just big thing is look at those ears. He's repeating that movement, so you can sit and wait for him to come back around. What he's doing, he's waiting to see where the fish are. He doesn't want to miss any fish. And I know that, you know, the cheekbones come around like so, right here.
What's been the most challenging animal for you to draw?
Elephants were, I was directing a movie that involved elephants years ago. And elephants are really challenging to draw. Very much so. Turns his head, basically gets everything in the shadow, except for here. And I'm going to refine this. It's really just about getting down that impression. Yeah, he just keeps moving around. He's a great model.
Are grizzlies your favorite bear species?
They are. Yeah, it's and among grizzlies, these big coastal brown bears, which are still classified as grizzlies, they're my favorite. They're just giant, dramatic animals. I've been able to see them in person, and they always amaze me. So at this stage, I can go in and kind of refine what it is that I'm drawing. Look at that head bopping back and forth. I'm gonna draw him in another pose. But this is, you can just sit here and sit at your desk or your drawing board or wherever in front of that computer and draw to your heart's content live animals. There's always an option. There we go. He's casting a shadow right up into here.
Are there any good places to find reference when drawing different animals for pen and ink?
Say that again?
Any good places to find reference for drawing animals in pen and ink?
The same places that I'm getting reference now. So it can be live, it can be photo, it can be video. The medium doesn't dictate where you get the reference from. There we go. There, right there. Let me turn that one off. Get these guys in a folder as well. Make some more room. There's a guy in the background. I like that guy. He's small too. So here's a lesson. You just want to get that first impression. There's a guy way in the background, really small. He's got his head up. It's more about the attention that he's paying, looking around. Boom, just like that. I mean, you can see already in just a few lines, you got a bear. Just even that little tiny negative space I just created right there gives a little bit of sense of form. And here we can get, splashing water, big shadow coming across. You can get a nice little scenery going. And knowing our bear shapes here, I can then go in and refine a little bit more. We know there's a hip right there.
Lola says, I'm rooting for the small one. Are grizzlies the only bears that hibernate?
No, there's black bears. It all depends on location. Hibernation is really dictated by food availability. And so when, with grizzlies, when you get into the winter time, the food just isn't available. So they've adapted this ability to go into a deep sleep. They don't truly hibernate. They go into basically a deep stupor, a deep sleep. And then they slow their heart rate and everything like that, which is also happening in hibernation. But there's some different physiological things that happen in hibernation, in true hibernation, that don't happen with bears. So if I knock that back a little bit, we can come back in. Once again, just looking at that guy in the background. See, that's the great thing about this, is that even if these are really small, like they're off in the distance, which is what you'd probably see in nature as well, it gives you an idea of something, it gives you a pose to draw, right? And once again, coming in, knowing what I know about bears and how their anatomy works, I can get in here, fill this out. There's a cheekbone that comes in right there. There's a muscle, right there, it comes down. There's usually a separation between the beard under the chin and the fur of the neck. Oh, they're going widescreen on us. Come right up in here. Here's our shoulder. Like I said earlier, he's casting shadow.
How did you study study animals before the internet? Sometimes I study with the impaled animals at my university biology department.
Yes, I did a lot of that. I was a weird kid. I would bring home roadkill, and I would draw roadkill, learn the anatomy that way. If I found something that wasn't too damaged along the road, I know it sounds weird, but it helped me understand anatomy. My parents were very patient with me. They were used to me doing stuff like that. But also, books. This guy's really got like shot like here. I like this. One of the things I love doing is drawing on gray, because you get several values that you can use when you work on gray. You've got mid-tone, light, and you've got dark. And it makes for a more dynamic drawing. Boom. It's an impression. Here we got, a nice impression of this bear at the falls. Those are some earlier ones. I forgot about those. I'm going to move those down here. I did these earlier while the bears were standing around there. But we'll just fill all this out. Put these guys up here. This guy over here. There we go. We'll try to fill this page today. There we go. Bears at the waterfalls. Oh, there's one walking by. Right there. Let's get him in motion. Oh, that's a great angle too. Whoops.
Get him.
Yeah, I'm get him. So that angle coming down. I want to get that leg coming back.
Are you feeling okay? Your face looks really red today. Part of it, I think, is part of it's the camera. I think you're more red.
Part of it is the camera. I took 2 days ago. My camera's not sitting right on here. 2 days ago, I took a spill on my bike, and my face went through a fence. so I'm a little rough today. But look how loose we can be in like a sketch like this. Boom! I just very quickly got this impression down, but that's enough for me to build off of, because I can come back in and just slowly refine it.
Any chance of a monkey or gorilla course in the future?
Yes, there is.
Probably the near future.
Yeah.
In the not so far future.
So once again, looking at the different parts of the body in order to get foreshortening. There's the hips, trunk of the body here, shoulders, neck, and head. And then I can come in and refine.
Which animal do you think you have drawn the most?
Probably bears.
Most likely.
Bears in general, because I've drawn a lot of polar bears and a lot of grizzly bears. But see, then I can go in and do things like I'm going to push this shoulder blade up to give him weight on this arm. I know that belly comes out. There's fur here. It hangs down. So obviously I'm not drawing the bear live right now, but I did get that impression down really quickly when he was walking. And that's how we do a lot of our live animal drawing. You get that impression because animals are moving all the time, right? So often all we are able to get is this quick impression, and then we fill it in with our anatomy knowledge. Like so. And I remember him being lit from the sun being on the other side. There. Just a quick sketch. Hips. You want to make sure, the pelvis is a big area, especially with four-legged animals to get right. It's important to get that right. And I wanted to feel that long gesture going through the body down to that back leg.
Did you know there is a polar bear character in the Don Bluth pantheon?
Pantheon?
Pantheon. That's a Don Bluth movie?
There we go. Actually, I'm going to turn this just a little bit. There we go. There's another thing too to think about. I didn't know that. No. But another thing to think about is balance. You want to, get your center of balance right. Let's go back to, let's see what this guy's doing. Let's do this guy down the river again. So let's do a different pose. It's okay to draw the head turning away from us sometimes. And there's that. Do a little series of them. Because he keeps dropping down into the water too. See, I'm just looking at silhouette, contour. There's that shoulder blade, those shoulder blades right there coming up.
We're getting some lagging. What's it looking like over there on yours, Dustin?
Showing green.
Might just be hiccuping a little bit.
Yeah, I'm not seeing any hiccuping on stream that often.
Yeah, they're saying it on all the channels. So
Oh, people are seeing the hiccuping.
yeah. Oh, it's better. There's just a few sputters.
Here he's, if you look at the way this guy's head is built, he's pretty squared off.
Erica says it looks good from my phone.
Hey, Erica. Just drawing really quick little silhouettes like this, you can learn so much about getting readability in your pose. This is where it gets so important to think about that thing we always talk about, silhouette. I try to be very spontaneous with the line work that I'm putting down, but I also want it to be accurate. I want to make sure that I'm putting down accurate information.
Erica responded saying, "Hello, I'm drawing from the camera too. Hope you're feeling better."
Oh, slowly, we're getting there. I'm slowly getting there. I'm going to put his shadow in here on each one.
Question. Who designed Mufasa?
Mufasa was Tony Fucelli. Tony Fucelli, character designer extraordinaire. He's so good. All right, we got more bears. Let's turn these guys on. We're going to fill this page today. So just using a video, video feed, look at all the drawings that we're able to get done. And this is all from life. This is so much fun. What do we got going on up here? Oh, we've got a little drama going on. Let's see. Let's turn these off.
Fish jump up. No bears there to look at.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just drawing off a very small silhouette, but I can see this guy's got a pose like he's trying to push away. Oh, and the other guy was kind of coming. And you can push the drama too. So here I'm just getting a little bit of shadow. Just a little bit of drama. That other guy's coming back up.
Yeah, for people coming in late, this is a live feed, so you can actually check it out at explore.org. It's the Brooks Falls Bear Cam. I can post a link here in a minute. But yeah, this is the same. This is what's actually happening there.
Yeah, we're drawing
Right.
bears live. Drawing bears live. Coming at you live.
Coming at you live. Dang it, we're going live.
So as we go off of the bears for a little bit here, I'm just going to go in now. I've got the kind of got the situation with the bears there, kind of sketched out very loosely. So now I can go in while the camera is off of them. See the guys fly fishing way down the river there. So yeah, you can go fishing in the river and there's bears right in the same river.
That's crazy to think about.
I've had them walk right past me up there.
What, the fishermen or the bears?
The bears. The bears.
The bird. Aaron, which course is coming out in the future?
Well, I'm going to be doing, one of the reasons I wanted to do this today was I'm going to be doing a course on live animal drawing. What, things to think about when you're drawing animals live and how to do it. Different techniques and whatnot.
Whatnot.
Then we're also going to be doing some primate and reptile drawing courses. We've got a brand new course coming up from Woody Woodman on story. We got one from Armand Serrano on layout design.
We've got a pen and ink course coming out from Tim Hodge.
Yep.
Did you say that already? Sorry.
No, I didn't. Actually forgot about that. Oh, look at this guy. Oh, look at that pose. We're going to draw that. Oh, you got cubs. We got cubs on the river.
No cubs. Look at that. Would you look at that?
And everything. They know we're watching them.
Yeah.
They know we're here.
Want to hear something funny, Aaron?
Hmm.
I mean, it's not that funny. I accidentally stopped the Instagram stream because I hit the wrong button.
Oh.
But it was working.
Is there a way to get it back?
If we take a break, if we did like I threw up the other the intro for a second, I could bring it back.
We have to stop the other stream?
You would have to stop it. I have to create it. No, we just have to go to the placeholder screen while I jump on your computer for a second.
All right, we're going to do that, folks. We're going to pull up Instagram. We lost Instagram.
Give me a minute. I'll let you know when I'm ready.
Man, so many drawings. Ah.
Pow. We're looking at just empty space there. And then from here, you can go back and refine and do more finished drawing, add color if you want. So now you can see there's the boardwalk right there. That's a little standing area where you can stand and observe the bears. And that's where I stood way back in 1999, last time I was there, 24 years ago. Waiting for another set of bears to come up.
I'll take a brief break while we do that.
Yep, let's do that. That was a good time.
We'll be right back. Don't go anywhere. We're not going offline. Don't stop the stream, Dustin. Just go to the intro.
I can't. Somehow my stream deck just shut off.
Okay. Well, then I'll grab it.
That was weird. Yeah, I completely lost power on this board.
Hmm.
Did you
Look at
Yeah.
all the cubs now.
How do I get? I can't get to the non-full screen thing here.
Yeah, even this year's dead. This one here.
That's always been dead. That hasn't been plugged in weeks. Yeah, the power's not plugged in. I noticed it the other day. There we go. Hey, everybody, just 1 second. We're coming right back.
the stream deck.
All
We're
right.
back.
And we're back. There it goes.
Can't get it over.
Just a little more.
I can't. It disappeared behind Photoshop. It's okay.
There you go.
All right. So we got some more bears. Let's see what's going on. There's a big one coming in the upper left. Well, that's a big male. Holy moly, he's big. I wonder if they'll zoom in on him. We'll call him Zeus.
Whoosh.
Yeah. While we're waiting on him, I'm going to refine these a little bit more. I like kind of drawing in the shadow line. Gives it a nice feel.
Kevin Van Claveren is asking Nick, how are you doing?
Oh, good. I'm doing great.
Hopefully they'll zoom in a little bit because
Plagued by technical issues today, but other than that.
we'll see if we can get them to zoom in a little bit more. Whoever's manning the camera.
Yeah, right? We just got to willpower them.
Yeah.
You must zoom in on
Come on,
there.
people. Well, the one in the foreground, I can still draw him. He's big enough I could still draw him. Even if it's a little thumbnail. You just push
I
yourself
thought
to
something was wrong, and then I realized, oh, you just cleared the canvas. I was like, what happened?
just push yourself to draw it at different angles. Here he's got his head turned all the way around.
We're getting a bunch of people rejoining us on Instagram now, Aaron. So you want to
Oh.
tell everybody what we're doing?
Yeah, so we're back to drawing our bears from our explore.org live bear cam up in Brooks Falls, Alaska. And right now they've got the camera kind of pulled out wide, so it's a little hard to zero in on the details. But I'm basically just going off of silhouette and which is kind of cool when you're looking at a lot of times we're drawing animals from life, we're having to draw them from a distance, and so you don't get a lot of detail. So here, I'm really looking at basic shape and then and gesture, and then I kind of fill in with the anatomy with the experience that I've had drawing bears. Oh, look at this guy coming in the foreground. There we go.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
awesome.
Yeah, we got a new guy coming in. Let's move these out of the way. Oh, and she got cubs. She's got cubs. Oh, this is the one that was there earlier.
Come on, cameraman, tilt it down. Tilt it.
Put that there.
Oh, yeah. Martin just mentioned something because some people might not have seen our Tuesday stream. We have another big announcement, which is we are back to doing every Friday.
That's true. That's right. We forgot to mention that. We are back every Friday. So you guys are going to see us here every Friday, which means we're going to be doing 3 streams a week: Tuesday, Thursday, and Friday. Tuesday and Thursday is going to be our production stream. If you're a member at creatureartteacher.com, you're going to be able to hang out with me while I make Snow Bear, our upcoming animated short And I'll talk to you about animation, how I do animation, techniques, all kinds of stuff, and Martin Berger will tell us some jokes. Man, we had Mom and Cubs there for a little
people
bit.
just started unsubscribing.
Oh, we lost everybody.
All right, so until we get the mama bear back, I'm gonna blow these guys back up. It's funny, you drop them down, then you blow them back up, and you lose resolution.
Oh, that doesn't happen if you make it you make your layer a smart object.
Yeah, I know. I just haven't done that. I didn't do it on this one. It's all right. I don't usually shrink it down and blow it back.
And then go back, yeah.
I love doing these little silhouettes like this. Just, they're fun to do. It's fun to see how much information you can get into just a silhouette.
Paris asks, this is really cool. Do you all have any tips for switching over to digital drawing from traditional? Just got a tablet and the learning curve is a little steeper than I thought.
Well, I use a Wacom Cintiq, which is a pen display screen, so I'm drawing directly on the screen, and that really helps. That's helped me. There was a little bit of a learning curve for me when I used the tablet. I'm not crazy about tablets. They're just a little more difficult to use for me.
Now, I wonder if when they say tablet, they mean a tablet, or if they're just, these terms sometimes get a little wonky, because there was a time when like things like iPads were called tablets. And
Yeah.
So, but assuming, yeah, that you don't have a screen, it definitely is a learning curve. The best thing I can recommend, and this is I learned from you, Aaron, is keep that tablet vertical in relation to the same orientation.
The same orientation as your screen.
Manny's on here and says, "Hey, Aaron Blades."
Hey, Manny.
He's on Facebook.
Everybody, you're saying that bush.
This is my Pastel C brush.
Which you can get.
I made this brush.
You can get this brush for free if you go to creatureartteacher.com and join our newsletter, or you can get it as a in a brush set pack, which I just posted a link to on social media.
So for those of you just coming on, I just want to show you a little bit of what we've got going on. It looks like we're going to be panning over to another bear. So I'm going to, yep, there she is. No, that's not her. That's another bear altogether. Oh yeah. So now we got it down.
Dang it.
We're going to go back. We'll go back. Because that's a new bear. So we're going to get a new angle. So I'm ready to draw. Come on, camera. Pan. Oh, there's a whole bunch of guys downriver fly fishing. All right, here we go. Oh, look at that pose. I already got it.
This is fun. It was clunky getting set up today, but now we're going good.
Knock on wood.
You want to get that silhouette as quickly as possible.
Instagram comment, Aaron, you should add a background or layout course to your website.
We're going to. It's in the works.
Soon.
Yeah. Oh, see, I love how we moved that there. Okay, come over here. See how we moved that shoulder, that arm? We got a nice silhouette on that arm now. Right there.
Kevin, what's the best way to learn to draw more character/cartoon than realistic? Like, what's the best way to draw a character more cartoonish than realistic?
Oh, there's a whole bunch of different design rules and ways to do that. There's a whole bunch. Hold on one second, because I got a little too crazy here. Want to get this arm.
It's just getting out of hand.
There, let's get that head right because I boffed that head. Come right into here.
Erica says, haha, I was yelling at that camera too. Move, move. In your upcoming class on drawing animals live, will you be showing any traditional media like graphite or watercolor, or will it all be digital? It'll probably be all traditional.
Say that again?
In your drawing animals live course.
Oh yeah, that's all going to be traditional. Yeah.
Yeah, we lost signal for a second there.
Oh, we're still up as far as I can tell.
Oh, look at that
It's
pose.
delayed for a second.
Ah, come on, camera. Come on, camera.
Just to the right. To the right, guy.
To the
There we go. Oh, look at that leg.
right.
Would you recommend Procreate as a quality Photoshop replacement?
Yes. Absolutely. Yeah. Procreate is awesome.
This seems to be a little bit of a preview of that drawing at Zoo's course. You need to act quickly, I guess.
Yes.
What is this camera guy doing?
On Twitch, Goat Wah says, that's their name.
What?
That's their name. Goat Wah says, this is really fun to watch these quick gestures like this.
Oh. So now that we
They moved. They changed the shot.
they just went to a different shot.
They might come back.
So what I can do now is I can go in. These are really kind of rough and few inaccuracies. So what I can do is come in here now and this is actually turning out to be great with all the sunlight and everything.
Yeah, it was pretty dim before when we were first getting started.
Yeah. We need Manny in here drawing bears with us.
I'm pretty sure he's over in Boulder, Montana.
Look at that close up. That guy's awesome. I've drawn a bear right in that same spot.
That exact same spot.
Yep.
Yeah, someone said, oh, there's other cameras at explorer.org you can switch to. And yes, that is true, but we would.
We just
have a little
can't do
bit of
it
a problem.
here with you
Easily.
guys.
Yeah.
Yeah. There. So with a little refinement, you can get it to come out a little nicer. I like throwing that little back line down in there to give it a little form. While we're at it, let's oh yeah. Look how long that face is.
Off topic and somewhat random, but do you like video games? And if so, what do you play?
Nope. I don't play video games. Sorry.
Although Aaron animated and worked on the 16-bit Aladdin and Lion King games that are incredibly famous.
I did. Yeah.
Some of the most beloved Disney 16-bit era games of all time. Aaron worked on both of those.
Yeah, look at him getting up there.
Instagram question: any advice on drawing newborns to about 5 years old? Basically for drawing babies to toddlers.
Yeah, I mean, find a baby, find a toddler. There's if you anything, just keyword toddler, baby, and the biggest thing is getting proportions right. That's the biggest. You want to get those baby proportions. Get the baby proportions. It's the cute proportions. That's what it is. Making sure you get that. So here, man, I'm trying to draw fast. I'm not drawing fast enough.
Hear that, folks? He's not drawing fast enough.
I love those big, dark eyes. Boy, they're giving us a nice close-up on him. And go in and refine a little bit. Lots of great fur texture coming back. You get to go into here and kind of noodle a little bit. Boy, this guy's awesome. What a great bear.
What a great bear.
These guys are so big. Some of them are pushing 1,000 pounds.
That's a big bear right there, but
Yeah. Oh, don't know if he got it or not. There he goes. Off he goes. Back with the other guys. This is so much fun. Boy, we really lucked out because we're getting so close to the end of the salmon run right now. And I wasn't sure if the bears were going to be around for today's stream. So we're lucky that not only do we have bears around, but it's great lighting. Look at that guy. Let's turn this one back up. Turn this one back up.
Regarding Procreate, Mary wants to know, can you recommend brushes that give a nice dimension for that oil painting look? Not the 3D look that Infinite Painter offers. It looks artificial. Something other than Procreate's default oils is what I'm looking for.
I don't know. I mean, I haven't been able to find anything really great either for oil. other
Have
than paint
are
and
any
oil.
of your Photoshop brushes intended for that?
No, not really. I don't have any oil ones.
Have to work on that.
I know. That's a tough one to crack. Um, yeah, it just is. So wow, we're getting quite a page here. Let me add another one. We'll fill this sucker right up. His little butt, tail. Overlap, overlap, overlap those shapes. Look how big those forearms are. We come down here and the big forearms right here. They make such a great silhouette right there. I love that. That's such a bear trait. I want to clear out a silhouette on this head. Let's have him look around, see where he looks. Oh yeah, right there.
Nobody's asked yet if we're sure these aren't just humans in bear costumes.
Yeah.
So aside from me closing out the window that one time, the vertical stream thing is working really well.
Oh, that's great. The coastal grizzlies, they have this big the big heavy muzzle. They're so much bigger than the interior grizzlies that we might see in, say, Montana or Wyoming.
How
So
long
what?
are you planning on staying on for?
Um, Probably another half hour or so, because I'm going to once I fill this up, I'll probably do another. Well, maybe a little longer.
When you draw the silhouette, what's the first thing you look at for and draw?
I'm looking for shape, just general shape. I'm looking, are we looking at a wedge shape, triangle, square, rectangular, round? What am I looking at? And then I'm looking at proportion. Because I fight proportion. I struggle to get proportion right a lot of times. So I always want to make sure that I've got it right. A lot of times those bears will stand with their paw up on their shoulder, up on their forearm. They'll pick one paw up out of the water and kind of rest it on their arm, like I've shown here. So we're getting a nice page of bears here. They're zeroing in on this guy. Exorg. Gesture drawing, bears. Oh, see what this guy's, every bear too. This is the other interesting thing. Each bear has their own fishing technique. They learn what works for them. Oh, looks like we're losing the feed there for a little bit. There
I
it
think
goes.
our internet's hiccuping a little bit.
Caught up a little bit. We've drawn this guy quite a few times. But his whole thing is, all right, I'm going to look back and forth. I'm going to make sure none of them get by me. He's got an interesting little beard going on, the way the fur comes down into his face. But they'll a lot of times the bear is sitting there like that, and they'll feel the fish brush against them. So here I'm trying something a little different. I'm just leaving I'm not putting a point on my brush. I'm leaving it wide. I can go and refine in a little bit.
Michelle says, "Woohoo! Tennis Bear is back."
Yeah, tennis bear. Looking at the shadows. So here what I'm doing is, rather than, I'm trying something a little different. Rather than using basic shape to throw in here, I'm using shadow shapes to define the form.
Do you prefer the Masai Mara or Yellowstone?
Oh, boy, that's a tough question. I'm going to have to say the Masai Mara. I love Yellowstone, though. Don't get me wrong. But there's just so much. The variety and accessibility of wildlife in the Masai Mara is hard to beat.
We should do this same thing and find some Masai Mara cams and do that.
Yeah, the only problem with that is that when we start at 1 o'clock, it's 8 o'clock there.
So we'd have to do what, an evening stream?
Yeah,
so it's morning for them.
We'd have to do like an early morning stream for us, like a 9 o'clock.
What would be the best time
or
to
10
see?
o'clock? If we did a 10 o'clock stream, then we would get sunset for them.
What do you think would be the best time to see wildlife?
If we did a 10 o'clock stream,
I mean, what?
morning or evening.
Morning or evening.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I just indicated like little shadow shapes, and now I can come in and refine and just throw in little details like on this nose.
And at this point, because the camera's away, you're just using your memory.
Yep, just using memory and my knowledge of anatomy. It's not going to be exactly like the guy that we just saw, but it's going to be close enough. Boy, there's a lot of fishermen out there today. I really loved Brooks Falls, that area, when I went there. It was really, really cool. There, so you can see there's different ways of achieving a drawing. You know, pretty much filled this page, didn't we? And there's the riverside. Got some nice, those, are those lupins? I think those are lupins. I can't tell. So we got a nice little page of bears here. Hopefully we'll get some more here. While we're waiting, I'll just kind of scroll through so you can see kind of what we've created. So, I mean, in about an hour, drawing quickly, you can get a lot of drawings in. And this is, like I said, this is such a great exercise in forcing yourself to draw quick, looking at shape, looking at gesture, and then you add your anatomy later. This is how we do all of our animal drawing, or at least I do. You know, when I'm out in the field, it's getting that first initial sketch down and then filling it in later.
Man, look at that view. I can't imagine myself being there in person on that river edge and just taking those photos.
It's very cool. It's a super cool place. So let's go ahead and start a new one. All right. Take this one, put it off to the side. I like starting with that gray. Whoops. Oh, there's a bear in a great pose, but we're
Far away.
far away. That's all right. I'm going to go for it anyway.
Instagram question. How many mentors did you have?
Oh, I've had probably 3 or 4 mentors throughout my career. I've been very lucky to have some really great ones.
Who are some of the
Mark Henn, Glenn Keane, Mark Kausler, really great. There we go, eating the fish. Just great instructors and teachers. Great talent. I don't like that. So here you can just see, you can see how loose and scribbly I get when I lay in these initial.
Are you going to be at Lightbox this year?
No, we're not going to be at Lightbox this year. We've just got too much going on, and trying to get Snow Bear done, and you know, getting to Lightboxes across the country for us. So not this year. There we go. Now that's a very distinctive, this line I just threw in here. That's a really distinctive bear shape. You get this right here, right up to the shoulder blades, and you can kind of get the neck and draw it kind of anywhere you want.
When did you start, and then when did you finish working on Aladdin?
Uh, I started working on Aladdin. Well, I was on Aladdin for about a year. I think I started in 19, when did Aladdin come out? 92. So I was on it in 91. Oh, look at these guys fighting.
Huh?
These guys were just going at it. One guy was
Oh my.
had his mouth open like this. Gosh. The other guy was like this.
You know what he was saying? Territory.
How close are you to having Snow Bear done? Sorry if you've been asked that like 1,000 times.
We're halfway there. Living on a prayer.
How close are we to getting it done?
Halfway there.
Halfway?
Halfway.
So almost there.
Yeah.
Just halfway.
So I want you to see something real quick. Because I really just scribbled this in. I saw it happening. Well, they just zoomed in on the guys too. Those bears. Let me move them. Because this is literally just the scribbled impression that I just laid down. That's what I saw right there. So I scribbled that down really fast. Now from there, I can go in and go, okay, now I can take some artistic license to it. And I want this guy to feel like he's pulling back a little bit. I like the dynamics of the head tilts. So I can get in here. I can add to it if I want and push the drama. So now we've got this thrust, going this way. And even though this isn't exactly the pose, this is inspired by what we just saw. I can get the foot coming like this, so it feels like he's rearing back. And then this guy, got him a little too small.
Twitch comment, really inspiring to see how fluid these gestures are.
Oh, thanks. So here, because I was focused on getting that tilt to the head, that was the biggest thing I saw when I saw that gesture. I want to make sure I'm not losing the gesture as I refine it. So I want to get that, make sure I save it. There, I want his thrust to be a little, coming forward, the other one to come back a little bit. Boom. So just like that, we've got a little story. We just saw, one guy got into the other one's territory.
Stay out of my territory.
Stay out of my territory.
How's your nose doing, Aaron?
Oh, it's not broken. I don't know if you can see it or not, but I got a couple of black eyes.
Go to Aaron.
Yeah,
Yeah.
get a close up here.
Oh,
There we go.
got a couple
Oh
black
yeah,
eyes.
there's that mark right next to your left eye there.
Yeah, so right there. Yeah, and a big dinner plate size bruise on my leg.
Yeah, it's nasty. That stuff be nasty.
There.
Eric says, "Ow, ouch! It looks worse today."
Yeah, it definitely looks worse today than it did the other day.
It's just the process of bruising. Right?
Yep.
Yep. Still could be worse.
Today's probably the peak
Yeah.
of the bruising, and then it should start to.
Yeah, I remember when I got a pretty massive bruise. Nothing like that you have now, but it was the one that I had got on my back from paintball
Oh yeah.
at point blank range.
Point
Yeah,
blank.
I've had that same injury. That is no fun.
And the welt felt like it came off my skin by like an inch. It was bad. But I remember taking that about a week, like a week to 2 weeks to completely disappear. But like the first 2-3 days is like the worst.
So what I'm going to do here, just separate these guys out. I just combine the layers.
Oof. Erica says the worst bruise I had was being kicked from a horse.
Jesus. Kicked in the head? Never got kicked by my horse. He stepped on me, but I never got kicked by him.
It reminds me of a video where it wasn't a horse kicking a person, but it was a military video where the guy was firing off a round of a anti-tank gun, and he was right behind the main chamber of the gun.
Yeah.
And when the blowback came back, it hit him square in the chest and flew him back.
Oh. You had a bad evening that night.
Oh yeah.
So here I'm just refining some of these.
Erica got kicked on in the thigh.
Ow! That's gonna leave a mark.
Outer thigh or inner thigh? Because you got hit in the inner thigh.
I got hit in the inner thigh, yeah. So now that I've got these guys drawn in here, I can go in and have some fun refining it. What's cool about this is that this all just came from observing these bears from life. And then you put your own artistic spin on it. And even this, I mean, this could be really pushed. I haven't pushed it nearly as much as it could be, but it's a good starting point.
Erica says outer, and someone else, Mike says, I got a black eye from trying yoga the first time. I tried the crow.
Have you ever seen lions or cheetahs fight in the wild?
Yes. Well, I guess skirmish. Not, I wouldn't say fight. Fight. It's skirmish.
Kind of like those bears just did. They
Yeah. We get rid of our little thrusty arrows. Now in here, I'm going to come back in here. Get a nice silhouette of them. Well, this was kind of an experiment to see how these live cams would work. Oh, that's a great pose. Look at that. Look at the lighting on him.
Oh, that's a beauty right there.
Martin said this earlier. It'd be nice if there was a way you could pause the camera. You probably could pause the YouTube video.
But that defeats the purpose. We got to learn how to draw
Exactly.
these guys while we got them.
Yep.
There is no cheating in this session. No pause.
See that yawn? That's a sign of stress, because he's contemplating going out in that water with the other bears, and it's stressing him out. This is a bear that needs to put on some weight.
Oh, Martin says, you missed my pun, Nick. It said pause the camera. But I didn't actually miss
Of course, it had to have been a pun. You're fired again, Martin.
Did you always take this approach when drawing forms, or did you have any intermediate steps that helped you get up to this level?
No, this is basically how I've always been taught to do it. Look at those shapes. Go for the shapes, and then fill in with your anatomy knowledge.
Feeling of a Captain Morgan pose. He's got that one foot up on the rock.
Yeah.
Do all bears know how to swim?
Pretty much.
And one of their biggest foods is fish, right?
Yeah.
Africa question: are hippos one of the Africa's big five?
I don't think so.
Right, it's lion, rhino,
Leopard.
leopard,
Elephant,
elephant. Maybe hippo is the
cheetah.
I don't know. Cheetah? Can't remember. Come on, Manny. What are the big five? If Manny's still there.
Manny.
Lion, leopard, rhino, elephant, and buffalo.
Oh, buffalo. That's right.
Cape buffalo.
Surprised hippos not one big guys.
So, if anything else you get out of this, folks, just know you've got a great resource in these live cams. They're super fun.
The bear's sniffing his butt.
Interesting. The origin of the term Big Five goes back to hunting because those were the ones that were considered the most dangerous.
Oh, gotcha.
Most dangerous to
And
hunt.
ironically enough, hippos kill more than any of
Yeah.
those animals.
Martin says it's really interesting to see how the bears tend to keep going back to the same places again and again. It's probably because there's a good foothold there.
Well,
I guess.
they each bear goes back to the, they all have their own method, and they all go back to where they get the best luck for themselves. So here I'm trying to be very fluid in my line.
Did you always have the patience to be able to draw for long periods of time? If not, how did you gain it? That's a question.
I
from
always
Instagram.
have. I would always just kind of sink into my drawing and lose sense of time and everything else. I could sit here and just draw for hours and hours. I've always been able to do that.
Any advice that you have for unhappy people that have a job that pays the bills when all they really want to do is draw all day?
We've all gone through that, and it's, you got to do what you got to do. Just keep pushing through, and just know at the end of the day you can draw. I mean, that's pretty much how I would do it, and and then set yourself up a game plan. If you want to strive to be able to do it full time, then give yourself some goals on what you might want to do.
It's crazy seeing how fast that water's moving, and yet it doesn't even.
No,
Look like a
it doesn't
crazy
move
bear.
those bears.
Whereas you and I would be getting knocked over.
Yeah, we'd already be downriver.
We would go.
See ya.
Yeah, is it just because of their sheer weight it just keeps them in place?
Yeah, they're just big, massive bears.
These massive. Martin asked, how many times have you fired Erica?
Erica's too dependable to be fired.
There we go.
Martin on the other hand.
Look at these guys facing each other. That's great.
Almost like a face-off.
Yeah, those are the two that we were drawing earlier. I was drawing earlier.
Erica responded to our answers going, "Yay!"
Let us know in the comments where you're from. I'd be curious to see where everybody's watching from.
See how that one bear is just kind of looking away? This guy right here.
Oh, the one to the right. They're both looking away a little bit.
Well, anytime you look directly, and this is universal across a lot of different species, when you look directly in the face of another animal or another person or character there, it's a sign of aggression.
Oh, is it?
So he doesn't want to push any of that aggression.
So he's just basically saying, "Hey, man, I'm cool. Don't mind me."
Yeah, exactly.
Martin responds, "North Pole." Folks from Hamburg, Germany, from Pennsylvania, from Santa Fe, the Netherlands, from Toronto, Canada.
Tirana.
Tirana,
We got Germany, Turkey,
Pennsylvania. There's Martin.
South Carolina, Romania.
This guy's big.
London, UK. We're going to be there in September.
Nice. Okay, Martin, enough with the jokes. There comes Joklahoma.
Oklahoma.
Joklahoma.
California,
California.
Peru, Tampa, Florida,
Oh yeah, I know.
Argentina, Netherlands, couple of France.
Oh, we got this
Ontario.
guy. He's got a fish.
Oh, nice.
Oh, yeah. Oh, he chowed down good.
Earth for now.
For now. Quote unquote.
Brazil. I figured we'd have some Brazilians on here. Good to see you. Utah. All over the world.
All over the world. All right, we got to draw this guy. Come on. Come on. Come on.
So if you're interested in Aaron's art classes, we actually have a sale going on over at his website, creatureartteacher.com, and we've got hundreds of hours of courses over there, nearly 700 hours of courses to be accurate. And we've got classes on animation, animal drawing, figure drawing, storyboarding, all kinds of stuff over there. So go check it out. And if this weekend, if you use code snowbear-save, you can get anything on the site for just $10. Any courses for just, or photo packs for just $10.
We got someone here from Bristol, UK.
You know. I'll put a little fish tail on there so you can see. It's my little artistic license that I did, so I could for looking at it. See how they pull those, they'll bring their paw right up and hold on to those fish, push against their body.
Stream getting laggy for you? Looks like we're getting going into the red.
Yeah,
I'm
We
getting
just
ready to
lost
finish
signal.
up right here on the after this one anyway.
we just
We're gonna
lost-
finish up here
It's
pretty
back up.
quick, folks.
Yeah, we're back up. Oh, no, it's going up and down.
Yeah.
It's like a wave, dude. There are times when it's up, and there's times when it's down, man.
Lots of fun. I love this.
Second, I thought you said, "Oh, that's a bug."
No, that's not what I said.
I know that's what you said. So I thought that's what you said.
I like that crinkled nose.
Chris says, I highly recommend his Birds of Prey course.
Oh, 63 hours of it.
Oh, it just said the stream crashed.
Crashed completely.
And it's still running on my end.
I think it went black for a second is what happened.
Ah,
I think we dropped all the way to 0 and then came right back.
there we go. We got this guy. We got this guy. So there's a lot of bear drawings for you. And we could just keep right on going. I love that pose. Actually, I might have to draw that. One more thing. Oh, he missed it. Almost had it.
Nice zoom in.
Yeah, I wonder what kind
Nice.
of lens that camera's using.
I just want to get these general thrusts of the body here. You can go in and add all the stuff you need to add. So I like having the ears one here. A
What
bigger.
program are you drawing in?
I'm drawing in Photoshop.
Is the bear shaking from cold water? I think it's
No, that's the camera. That's the camera shaking. They don't get cold.
They don't even know the word cold.
In fact, at this point, they've put on so much weight because we're coming to the end of the salmon season, you said, right?
Yeah. Well, for Brooks Falls, the salmon season varies from place to place. They'll move on to another place after this. This is the time of plenty.
Michelle says, I'm so sorry to hop out a minute early, but I have a class beginning now. This was a total pleasure. Thanks, Aaron, Nick, and Dustin.
Thank you, Michelle. See ya. See you Tuesday.
Have a good class session.
There, see, now we can finish it off with a nice, we can do a nice portrait here. Boy, what a nice model. Think about the cheekbone here, the way that feeds into the muzzle. Boy, this guy's just a great model. Those big, fluffy, tufty ears. Oh, missed him.
Fish didn't like that much.
Close, but no cigar.
Flash pad. No, no cigar.
You can get some of the fur pattern in there. See, I can go beyond the gesture now. I can go in here and render a little bit because he's such a great model.
Martin says you should just add a fish jumping out of the water. You're drawing.
Yeah. I want to make sure I have enough time to get him though while he's sitting for me. I want to get a nice drawing of him.
I was briefly going through your wolf tutorials and I didn't realize how high up in the head the teeth sit compared to the lips. Very interesting.
Yes. Oh, we're going off that guy now.
On to the next guy.
That's all right. We got a nice, that's actually, we're getting some nice shadow shapes there.
On to the next bear there, Pally.
Oh, look at him putting the paw up under his chin.
Like he's thinking.
He's thinking.
Hold on, he's thinking.
Oh, we're getting a whole bunch of raiders on Twitch. Hello, everybody.
Hey, everybody.
Hello, Raiders. Do we happen to know who is hosting the raid?
I'm not sure. I'm going to shift on over there now.
Finish up with this
Not
one.
Sure.
Oh,
It came back, but it went down for a
that
second.
was weird. It was saying for a second there was saying 0, even though it was showing it was 0. That shouldn't be right.
Yeah, I've seen that a few times too.
I know we're back up and running again. Yeah, it's just been, well, yeah, all these drawings are references for the future upcoming film Brother Bear 3.
Yeah.
All animated, directed, and edited by Father himself. An hour and a half.
There we go.
And how long do you think it would take if for you if you were to animate a full length like hour and a half movie by yourself?
Probably about 20 years.
That'd be a while.
There we go. There's our last bear. Give it a little rendering.
It's a nice bear.
All right. So let's call it.
Call it.
We're calling it.
We're calling it for the day.
Thank you, everybody, for tuning in, watching the Aaron Draw Live Bears. These are the bears currently at Brooks Fall, Alaska. It's amazing that Aaron can be here in Florida, you're wherever you're at, and these
Yeah.
bears are in Alaska eating salmon, and we're watching it all.
I love it.
Absolutely
Actually, I'm going to
insane.
move this over.
Thank you everybody for being so patient with us.
Yep. Yep. We had a couple of misstarts when we were trying to get the stream going earlier today, but we got it resolved. And if you, speaking of bears, Aaron is hard at work on our animated short film Snow Bear. And we had our 100th members only live stream this week. And to celebrate, we are running a sale on our website. If you head on over to creatureartteacher.com and use promo code snowbear-save, you can get any course or photo pack, artist reference photo pack, for just $10. And plus a bunch of other stuff is already on sale. We've got some huge sales going on right now. So head on over to creatureartteacher.com, check out all the deals, and consider becoming a member, because to members, we're streaming twice a week as we make Snow Bear. But for everyone else, we are back to Friday public streams. So if you're not a member, we'll see you next Friday.
Yep. So here you go. Here's all of our drawings done today. We got quite a bit done. I'm happy with this. A lot of fun. So I hope you guys learned something. And at the very least, just remember, you can always find one of these live streams and just dive in and draw to your heart's content. Because I get so many people asking me, where can I draw animals from life? Well, you can do it right here. You can pull up video documentaries. There's all kinds of stuff you can do. There's always a resource. So we're going to do more of this. We're going to pick a different live cam somewhere down the road. But I thought today, why not draw bears? So hope you guys enjoyed that. We'll talk to you next time. I'll see you Tuesday if you're a member, and I'll talk to you later. Thanks. Bye.
Bye, everybody.
Come with me.